It's Lil Murden. I'm tapping in with this, that, and the third interview on the way, live and direct. The one and only.
First and foremost, welcome to the experience. I'm your host, Stephen the Dream, voice of the Carolinas, and this is This, That, and the Third interview series. Got a real special guest in the building with me right now. He's from the Trey Foe. Been doing this thing for a minute right now, man. He's been viral too many times over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, man, he here bringing y'all new music. He got new situations on the way. Some things I would love to talk to him about that probably on a deeper level that we can get into that the people definitely gonna want to hear about. But the one, the only, Lil Murden is in the building. What's good with you, man?
Chilling, man. You know what it is. Blocks to the casket drop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trey Foe in the building. You
Trey Foe.
always say Trey Foe. That's one thing I see you don't shy away from repping. You rep where you from for sure.
Oh yeah, you can't forget where you come from.
What did Trey Foe mean to you? For the people that don't know what that is? Tell them what is that? Where is that? I'm sorry.
Oh, Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Mm.
Yep.
What's it like? What's it like?
Where the strong survive.
Mm.
Really, where the strong survive. You know, everybody talk about they hood gangster, they hood the slums.
Mm.
The whole Trey, the slums.
Really? It ain't no certain. I mean, I'm sure it's an area, but it's not nothing that, or is it?
The only good area is the west side. That's where the mall at and stuff. But
Mm.
it still get gritty over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you said in a previous interview, and like it made me realize like, dang, I really ain't heard a lot of names up until like recent artists, but Josh Howard,
Yeah.
that's the motivation
Yeah.
for Trey Foe. Like talk about and I know you got a relationship with him personally, which is real dope. But just talk about what it was to see Josh Howard, former NBA player. Was he on that championship team for the Mavs?
Nah, he wasn't on
He
that.
wasn't on that team, but definitely a huge inspiration from there playing basketball. But just talk about what he meant to y'all coming up.
I mean, it was motivational. He was like he was the first to like make it, as in like really made it out. So him used to come back and foreign cars, like you know how you see rappers rapping about stuff, or
Right.
famous people doing certain stuff,
Right.
and they talking about it, but he coming back, and it's like it was like a motivational.
Putting in y'all face to let you
Yeah,
know
like,
it's
you could do this.
you could you touched me before, you could touch it too.
Yeah, like that's how
dope.
I always looked at it too. Like he did it so it's possible. You feel me? Like I don't know how other people look at certain situations, but that's how I look at it. If I could touch it or if I could see it, it could be done.
And I know you even like I saw he was in an interview y'all did, and he was like, I seen him when he was little, you know what I'm saying, Lil Murden, pretty much. But who is Lil Murden in terms of before the rap? Like what were you doing, as a youngin'? What was your childhood like?
I mean, it was pretty alright. I mean, I came from the bottom. A lot of people come from the bottom. I mean, like growing up, we ain't have it all. I mean, like for instance, my grandma used to wash paper plates.
She used to wash the paper plate. Dang,
Wash
nah,
the
that's a real experience. That's a real experience for
Like,
sure.
And you know, I value things more. Like I value things, but I don't value it. If that
What
kind
you
of
mean?
makes sense. Like I'm humble with what I got,
Mm-hmm.
but I know not to care about something so much as materialistic.
Materialistic things. Okay, that's good that you could recognize that, because a lot of people get caught up in, and especially if you come from a place where you not having,
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden it's obtainable, it's accessible to you. Oh, you mentioned your grandmother, like to go forward a little bit. I saw like you still even it looks like your grandparents was in church.
Yeah.
Or was in the church age. It looks like you still even go back and holler at them on the holidays and go see them. What is growing up in that environment, if you did, or being around them, instill in you still that that you still see like in yourself? Because I'm sure that was something that's people see the viral moments, people see the things going on, but it's a background there, it's a history.
Uh, they installed in me like whatever you gonna do it.
Mm.
Basically, like you gotta be you. Like, don't try to be nobody you ain't. Just
So
be.
it wasn't like they was forcing you to do certain things. Like they knew Lil Murden was gonna go his way, do what he was gonna do.
Um, it's probably say I had a hard head, but a
Mm.
lot of kids,
Yeah, a lot of us do.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But they they wanted the best.
Yeah,
Everybody wanted the best. That's
of
what I
course.
think. A lot of people, not all people, might not want the best for somebody that they got growing up, but they wanted
For
the
the
best.
most part, you should.
They showed me, like certain stuff should be done.
Mm.
Like some people, I feel like when they growing up, they don't see what they supposed to see.
What in terms of
Like
examples
as
of
in like a
things?
household taken
Mm.
care of.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
like, and I was blessed to see stuff being taken care of.
Right. And that, like you said, rolls off onto you regardless. You know, that's something that you can't forget. But it's like you said, you had the example to see it. A lot of people didn't. Speaking of just family ties, it's crazy. And I'm doing my research on you, and I'm like, ain't no way, Lil Murdy, Gunplay Mom,
Free gunplay,
Free Gunplay Mom for sure, Sauce Pack,
Sauce Fat, RP,
all
little
from the
brother.
same bloodline, bro.
Amazing.
Ain't no way. I ain't believing it. Somebody show me the picture. Now, let me ask y'all, did y'all grow up knowing y'all were, y'all are cousins, right? All three of y'all cousins. What is the, exact relationship? Because I know there's a little age variance, of course, but, what was did y'all grow up knowing, like, hey, I want to rap because of, Gun or Gun looking at you or Sauce looking at y'all?
It wasn't even never none of that.
Okay.
Everybody was just doing their own thing.
Mm,
Like when we was around each other, we weren't never talking about music. It wasn't never about the music.
I could imagine.
You
I could
feel me?
imagine that. Yeah.
It was about other stuff. We playing all the goddamn time.
But y'all also different. It's different from each other, but different in their like from everybody else, like in your own individuality. I would love to talk about Gunplay. Of course that's your partner. He facing some situations. Okay. When
Hey, that's all that matters.
he got a date, and that's important for sure. When you heard the news, like that your partner was gone for a minute, and I know there was a lot going on with it. But what was your mindset, and how did you kind of hold it down and realize like, damn,
I
that's
mean,
tough.
the situation woke me up. You feel me? Like, cause certain stuff I just can't speak on that part, but I went to trial with him. You feel what I'm saying? I was there. You feel me? Other people lied on him. You feel me? And that caught him some time. You
Right.
feel me?
Right.
Like people, that's people pretend to be street
Mm-hmm.
or try to glorify this street stuff, but street stuff that really be happening, they not built for what really come with it.
It's more than it's not what you see on TV at all.
Yeah.
It ain't that. And I know to go off of it. I know you even made a song about it. We don't even gotta say the name about a certain somebody who we know wasn't about that life and got a lot of people,
Yeah.
up the road. And when you really facing those situations and you see those people capitalizing off of it, what's your mindset? Because this music, this is what it is in this music. Like that's what they looking for.
Like, I rap about it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to rap about it and all that because you did it. You can't mean, like, me, I use music as to get away from the pain. You feel me? That's my outlook. But you got to tell these people, like, man, this shit real.
Right.
Like, people take it as a joke. People really get killed out here. People really get 30 years.
For sure.
You feel me? Like, there's people that don't get to come home. Like, if you really want to be in the streets, like, you got to know you could die. You could go spend the rest of your life behind bars. But people think it's a joke. Like, they be half-ass in it. You can't be half-ass in it.
Do you think though, just to look at it on a certain end, is it certain people that maybe turn to the streets because they feel like it's a choice? So like
Everything's a choice.
it's
Anything you do in life is a choice.
what do you say to the ones that feel like they don't have nothing else and they go to it and then they go to realize like, oh, it's too late. Is that a
It's never too late.
mm,
It's never too late. Some people get in, get out, and some people get addicted to it. People get addicted to the lifestyle.
It's not even about what it's the lifestyle.
It's the lifestyle. People get addicted to the lifestyle. People main flaw, they forget what they doing is illegal.
That's facts. At the end of the day, that is something that people know. They realize they try to normalize it because it has become a normalized thing in certain cultures and certain societies, and that's the end of the day. Them folks is looking, listening, and ready.
They forget.
That's deep. Lil Murden, here with us, this, that, and the third interview series. We spoke about one of your cousin, of course. Your other one, Sauce Pack, who, I was blessed and privileged to have a relationship with, seeing him hit the stage. Shout out to, DJ Issa, Plug, BK, and that was tough. That was like a real tough moment. I think I don't know if that's where I saw you, maybe at the crib in Winston. I know I had went up there and just showed my condolences. But what did Sauce Pack mean to you? I don't know if you maybe can go back to maybe one of y'all last conversations, even if you remember it, or if.
I mean, he meant a lot. I mean, his family. You know what I mean? Like he my cousin, but I called him my brother. You get what I'm saying? So.
I mean, I know it's at the end of the day, it's family, but it's the situation is just tough,
See, I don't like what happened. I don't agree with it. Like, I used to tell him to stay away because I don't smoke.
That's
drink.
one thing I was gonna mention.
Yeah.
You're not. I mean, it seems like true. I can tell by your head. You don't smoke, you don't drink.
Yeah.
That's.
And I mean, the people that I'm around, I be telling them don't do it, but I can't say but so much. You get what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. I mean, everybody responsible to do their part, and Sauce I'll say he is a legend.
Definitely a legend.
And the Carolinas will continue to make sure that is pushed forward. And just knowing, man, like that bloodline is crazy. But Lil Murden, I say, like, because of the both of the situations, like, I know you feel like you gotta go hard. Like, I know, like,
oh yeah,
I definitely
like gotta go hard because. When I want when Gunplay come home, I want him to be able to be like, when I be like, nigga, just rap. You
right.
But we here now.
Don't worry about it.
We finna live that same lifestyle of rapping now. We here.
That's what we was looking for.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, just talking about that. What do you rap for? Because we've seen you online, like, 100,000, you know what I'm saying? Straight up, like, put it out there. Let the folks know, like, yo, this what it is, and it really ain't from, rap. It is what it is, how we getting it. But what is the motivation? If it's, I guess money still would be the motivation. You can never have enough money. But what is the motivation in this thing?
To be able to have everybody doing something that they enjoy doing. I want them to see me doing something that I enjoy doing. It's like, you ever seen a bug at a building? Like, you looking outside the building, or like just a bug and it's climbing up the building? Like, do it know it's going to the top, or it just keep going because up is limitless?
It's just okay. There's a goal, but you really just you in it just because we just want to go. We want to take it there. Like you said, it's about putting other people in positions to do what they want to do, and I think that's dope. And understand, like, it's not just about capital with that. Money can't. When they say money can't buy you happiness, I want to ask, can money buy you happiness?
No.
You think? No.
I was the richest I ever been, the most miserable time I was ever at.
Really?
Yeah.
When you ain't got to say in specific, but like, what what couldn't allow you to just turn to your money? Because it's so easy to just say, whatever's wrong, let me go buy that. You know what I'm saying? What couldn't?
That's the thing, because I had big money at an early age, and I could just easily buy shit. And the fact that I had money at an early age and I already could buy shit, it slowed me down. Like, why do I? It ain't no point to just keep buying stuff.
Right.
Like, what is the gain from? It's always gonna be something new that come out. It's always gonna be.
And that price tag just going.
And then it's like, what's the purpose of it? Just to say I got it. I mean, it's fun every now and then, but it get old.
That's the trick, though. I think that's what happens to a lot of people because a lot of it is the stunt game. Like, but because we have it, we're gonna spend it. It ain't even about no, I really don't want the Hellcat, but because I got it, I'm gonna go and get the Hellcat. Or I think that's where being smart or being financially responsible it comes into play too.
And at first, I really wasn't financially responsible. Like now, I buy what I want or buy what I need.
What you need, yeah. Gotta be smart with it now. How much? Let me ask you. Going back to the music, how much you think you invested into your music so far? Like in terms of just
all together, like since I've been rapping.
Yeah. In the time.
Probably like $250,000.
$250,000?
Yeah, but it was done the wrong way.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, because a lot of people say like, if you spend $250,000 in the game, probably in the time you've been in it, then you should see a return at it. At some point.
I mean, I'm doing good now.
Right. But what was the business not, or what was not right about it? I won't even say the business. What was not right?
Reaching out to DJs.
Oh.
Reaching out to other artists.
Connections.
And me not knowing what I knew, and them hitting me over the head for stuff I wasn't supposed to get hit over the head for.
Oh, the tax game.
Yeah. You feel me? That's just a part of the game, though. That's like the streets. And then a person had to tell me, like, if you really could run the streets how I run the streets, you could run this rap game. Once you figure it out, it's cake. And once I figured it out, it's cake. You see how much I go viral.
we gonna get into that for sure. But
like once you learn something, I study it. You feel me? Like you can't get in that half-ass. People be half-assing what they do. Like when I was in the streets, I was full-fledged and ain't no half-ass, 110%. I eat, breathe the streets.
And that's probably why you saw the results.
Exactly.
That you were seeing, because it was like you said, you put your 110 into anything. You see where to take you.
And my daddy taught me that.
Yeah. Well, why? Since you brought him up, was he around? Is that somebody that you still present, or what's the situation?
I love my daddy. I got a great daddy. He installed who I am today. He don't agree with a lot of stuff I do.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
He don't agree with a lot of stuff I do, but at the same time he want me to be. He don't agree with a lot of stuff I do. At the same time he want me to be happy.
Yeah.
And he know whatever I do, I'm gonna do it 110%. Only way I fail in his eyes if I'm not giving it 110%.
When you say like fail, like do you think that you're doing? I mean, like you say, as long as you're doing it with 110%, I'm sure it doesn't matter. But do you think that he sees what you're trying to do? Because I know, what you do is, like I said before, like you're not dumb.
Yeah.
You're not just throwing stuff out there. You're not just sticking it out there. But do you think in terms of your rap career, like you're getting the most of it now? Do you think they're starting to see that too?
I mean, they see what I tell them, or they don't really know because they don't listen to my music. You get what I'm saying?
But when they search your name, certain things.
He don't do that.
No. Oh, okay.
Like if he call me and I talk to him like, "What you doing?" I'll be like at the studio or something. He'll be like, "Oh, okay, do your thing." Or other people. I think he get more joy from other people, like saying, "This your son."
That's what it be.
Like that's where he get it from. But as in him looking it up, nah, he don't want to. He don't want to hear me describing the streets. You get what I'm saying?
Because it's not. I mean, it ain't nothing pretty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He don't want to hear me describing, but he see the outcome of what's doing. He see that I'm passionate about it.
Right.
He ain't
gonna stop that.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna shoot that down.
Yeah.
That's tough for a parent to do for sure. Lil Murden, I want to do this. I want to take a break. You got Block that we got to talk about. You got the viral moments that's going crazy. You got the video that you sent me, man. I know it was off your last tape. What you dropped in 2020, right?
Yeah.
You what was the tape called?
Kingpin.
You sent the visual through. I want the people to check it out. I want you to introduce it for them.
It ain't out yet though.
It's not out. Oh,
It's
we
not
getting
out
it.
yet.
This is exclusive.
That's exclusive.
Come on now, stop playing with us, man. This that the third interview series. We
That's
getting the exclusive. Lil
You
Murden
talking about the
dropping.
one with Chico Beans, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it ain't even out yet.
Okay. We good?
If you want to.
Man, introduce it to them folk, man. Yes, sir.
Pound House.
Pound House in the building.
Pound House.
What they can get it off? What project?
Kingpin.
Unreleased visual. Lil Murden in the building. This, that, and the third interview series. We'll be right back.
This is my hood, you know that, right?
How the fuck can you cook coke and you can't cook grits, nigga?
Yeah, they say tell the truth. Talk that shit, Murden. Yeah. This a pound in a trap house. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. Dropped 28, but it came in 35. 150 for the 8 balls, so the 9. 252, that's 72 8 balls. Go do the math if you really think I'm lying. I trap all day and I trap all night. 10,800, I did that on the Sunday. Got a plug on the west, I never seen his face. Ask Kiana, did I get 100 melt to her plate? Took the ass 2,500. She don't know what the fuck going on, she just have to count money. Cute little light-skinned bitch, but everybody know money and pleasure don't mix. I was really young as shit. 18 years old on Bellawood with 3 bricks. Ain't no flake or counterfeit. Try to run off on me, get shot in your shit. Facts. This a pound in a trap house. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. Life hard, life rough. I was selling dope at 14, had no choice but to be for it tough. Told a nigga 25, this my spot. Can't trap right here, he laughed, got shot. Ain't no flake or no cap. 1,015 grams if it's double wrap. American Airline, triple A's, that's my stamp on my packs. Good clean dope, an ounce go 72. Y'all satisfied 56 cause y'all don't know shit. I talk big money cause I sell real bricks. Fish scale and remix. Compress it right and they won't know shit. Cook it in front of me before you hand me your money. This a pound in a trap house. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. This a pound in a crack house. I could cook coke, but I can't cook grits.
Let's get back into it. Back in the building, this, that, and the third interview series. Steven the Dream, Lil Murden. Just checked out that visual. Unreleased. What's it called again?
Pound House.
That Pound House.
Yep.
Self-explanatory.
Yep.
Check it. Shout out to the cameo by Chico Bean.
Yep.
That was dope. Talk about how that came together. Like what's your relationship with him? How was he able to get in the visual?
Really, I just asked him to jump.
Really?
I just asked him to jump in, and he jumped in it. But I think he just did it out the love. He seen me like, I ain't gonna say all the way grow up, but he seen me at the beginning.
You must have been around like the school a lot, cause like it seems like those connections is.
They wasn't in the school.
No, okay.
He used to go get his hair cut by this barber, and I used to always be over there. And then he used to come around, and he used to say, "This what he doing? He mess with wilding out." And we used to talk, and I was young, just had little conversations. And then the barber ended up moving, and we'll see each other out there now and then. I'd be like, "What's up, bro?" It'll be always good love. Then when I started taking rapping serious a little bit, I was like, "Hey, check this out." And he was like, "Send it to him. I'm going to just repost it." Just out the muscle. He ain't have to do that. And then, you feel me? And it was just kept being love.
Sometimes that's how it be. You
Yeah.
know. You speak of barber. You done had the Wicks for a minute, right?
Yeah,
You one of the first ones in the Carolinas with the Wicks?
I believe so.
Think so? What was the decision behind to go with that?
I ain't know it was gonna turn into this. Like I thought I was going bald.
Oh, hold on. What you mean? So
Like-
you just wasn't letting go then?
Yeah, basically. I thought I was.
Yeah, we ain't going nowhere.
I thought I was going bald, and like you feel your head kind of feel thin. I'm like you feel, and I'm like, man, people don't want to go bald. A person may cut their hair.
Holding on.
A person may cut their hair and cut it bald, but nobody want to go bald.
Ain't nobody making that
Yeah,
decision.
and I was feeling my hair. I said, hell nah. And I was like, man, I'm letting this shit grow.
You done had them for a while at this point now, right?
Yeah.
So that I'm sure like it's kind of it's a more normalized thing.
Yeah.
Was it a look you would get before? Was it people kind of, especially up here, like that might have been a little foreign,
Yeah, people used to look like when I ain't got this scarf on and I got it and it's just standing up. It get people attention. You feel me? They look. You feel me?
They
Like
check, they see. But
Yeah.
as an artist, like that's
yeah,
I'll say shout out to Rich Dunk. I'm sure you know who Rich Dunk is. He told me there's one thing. He said, when I go in the room, don't matter if they laughing, if they smiling, if they want to ask me a question, they remember this one dread at the end of the day. So he used it as a marketing tool. Like they at the end of the day, if they don't remember nothing else, they know I'm the nigga with the one dread. And if they see me enough, they'll know my name. So I think that's dope. You understanding your image. On top of it, I see the goals. You know what I'm saying? Recently, my boy Plies took his goals out. Went to the Pearlies. Do you think that's something that you will we see one day, just Lil Murden just cheesing with him?
I don't know yet.
You don't know?
I don't know yet. That's what I don't know yet.
I guess it come with because Plies is kind of, he's evolved in even what he is. You know what I'm saying? We know Plies from
Yeah.
we know Plies, and now all of a sudden he's more in a different lane. So I think that the evolution comes. What do you want your evolution to be in this whole thing? When you look back, because you're mid 20s, early 20s.
Yeah.
When you're 30, 35, 40, like what do you want Lil Murden to be? What is it? Is it big Murden at that point? Like what do you still think you'll be rapping? What is the ultimate goal? Your 5-year goal, 10-year goal?
A bunch of home care agencies.
Home care agencies?
Yeah.
You're a very healthy person.
Yeah.
In terms of you don't eat meat. You only eat plants. That's
Yeah.
it.
And
And
fruits,
you only
yeah.
drink alkaline water.
Spring water,
Spring
alkaline.
water?
Yeah, alkaline.
What is the decision in that? Because as an artist, I know that got to be hard from being in the studio, hitting the road. Like, ain't no way. How are you that disciplined? Because that's what it is ultimately.
I already didn't smoke or drink, and then people get bored. So I used to be buying food, junk food, and I started typing in the names of the ingredients on the back. And some of the stuff I was reading, I was like, man, hell no.
Could you spell some of the stuff on
Like,
the back?
you feel me? Like, this ain't supposed to be right. You feel me?
Right.
I'm like, man, hell no. So I just stopped.
What do your homies think of that? Or like people that come around you and, y'all, bro, I'm hungry. Let's go to McDonald's. And you like, nah, we good.
Now I go with them.
But when you ain't, I guess they learned.
They accustomed to it.
Right.
Like,
right.
the thing is, when I make my food, they be like, let me get some.
Oh.
But as of them going to make it themselves, they ain't going to do
They
it.
ain't go. You got to come with it, and they.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they like,
okay.
let me get some. Like, if I'm eating it around, I'm like, they'll be like, damn, you ain't bring me none.
That's probably also an advantage, with the ladies. I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, in terms of being able to cook a good meal.
I could cook.
You
I mean, my
you
lady
could cook
right-
or you could fix.
I could cook.
Can't cook, can't fix.
Can I cook? Say it loud so they hear you.
He can cook. All right, okay.
All right.
Lil Murden confirmed chef in the building
Yeah,
right
cook.
now. Lil Murden, I actually got.
But I cook her meat.
Oh, you actually. Okay, I was about to say, I guess over time, she'll over time learn.
I try to cook some healthy stuff in there for her, though,
Should catch on. I want to ask you, Lil Murden. You face, a situation yourself.
Yeah.
You almost couldn't be here today to talk about, what you have going on and what you're doing now. Um, what was that like facing ultimately your demise, or what could have been your demise? Lil Murden here, this, that, and the third interview series. I was asking, after, facing your demise, you were speaking on it being a humbling experience. What, just, speak a little bit more on what came out of that ultimately, besides another chance.
When I was sitting down, I'm like, damn, they got me. You feel me? When I, I'm when they questioning me and talking to me, and I'm realizing I'm basically down here and I ain't get caught with nothing.
Mm.
Like that's real. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm facing time for not getting caught with nothing. Like,
That's a sick thought.
and that's a
sick
charge.
feeling.
Like that's real. And people like that's why it's so amazing. Like people don't tell the truth about the streets.
Mm.
That's why it's like you letting people you fooling people. This shit ain't a joke.
How many years was they looking at giving you?
A lot.
Mm.
A lot. No, trafficking mandatory time.
Right.
That's it could go from either 3 to 5 or 7 to 10.
Mm.
Or conspiracy. You know,
Right.
all that's in the what's the name.
Right.
Yeah.
Ultimately, knowing that you was able to beat that or be above that, how were you walking now? Like how was life in terms of just knowing that second chances there? Do you wake up appreciating life more? Do you wake up taking more chances? Not even taking more chances, but just living more?
It wasn't even that. It was I was with the wrong people. Like I wasn't supposed to be there, and I knew I wasn't supposed to be there, but I had to get away from people that didn't care about me, and they didn't care about themselves. So if you don't care about yourself, you won't
Definitely don't
care about me.
Yeah, you're right about that. I'm glad you was able to get above that, man, because it's tough being out here yourself and then somebody else taking you. Psh, that's the last thing you want. You got some crazy moments that you went viral for. What's the first time you went viral? What does viral mean to you? I'm sorry. Let me ask, what does viral mean to you? At this point, it definitely probably ain't the same thing.
I'm not done did it so many times.
Right. I was about to say, the first time, like, okay, the first time when, what did you say, like, bitch, we viral? And it might not even been on purpose, just you realize, damn, they talking about me. They know Lil Murden.
I think it's the Trill Sammy incident.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
You been known to just be big homie. You just play big homie, it seems like, and these guys get they personal, taken, and they got called Lil Murden. Why they calling Lil Murden? Maybe that they not even called. How is Lil Murden ending up in these situations with these artists?
I could go get it back.
Why Lil Murden? Why you like? Just to be real, why are you the one that is able to make that connection? Is it respect? Is it what is it? Because ultimately, it ain't seem like you did it for them. You ain't, and it wasn't like you really did it for the artist. Like you did it, but you had no relationship with them.
I'm an artist,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew I was gonna be an artist, so I was just getting it back for him. I was basically feel like I was helping them out, but sometimes when I was helping them out, they was getting mad at the person that's helping them.
They was mad at you,
Yeah,
but you the one, only one, you the one trying to get them right.
exactly. That's why I didn't understand it.
Then a lot of with the pride situation to that, there was some cap coming out. From what was said, some cap going out. You ain't seen it take too kindly to that, which what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
When you really in situations, it don't matter. You not taking that. So
Yeah, that's what I don't like. People lie about bodies, killing people.
boy,
Like that ain't no joke. You feel me? Like if you really done killed somebody, you ain't shit to brag about.
you ain't nothing to say.
You feel me? You done did it. I mean, it's either somebody done did something to you, you go do it, or you was either doing something you weren't supposed to and somebody died, or it could be different situations. Somebody trying to take your life, you defended yourself, or something was going on. But people act like it's just so fun. Like you go to jail for the rest of your life behind this shit.
Shit, sure.
And people just want
Nobody think about
people
it.
want to. People think because they done shot somebody, they a killer. And nah, you feel me? You like you don't know the process. Like if you really done kill somebody, you know you can't brag about this for real, or especially in details about how you did it. You get picked up for it. You get caught. Your cell phone on the scene, you going down.
That's your shoe print. It could be anything.
And people be bragging, so that's what's wrong with a lot of people. They brag about stuff that they don't supposed to brag about, and that's why they go down. Like if you was really a killer, you wouldn't be bragging about these bodies. I mean, you could talk about it, but you can't let people know.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right, for sure.
Like they letting people know, and then they acting like people don't talk.
Oh,
Like people ain't gonna say what the hell going on.
Keep it real. Like people ain't gonna keep it real.
Yeah, the people ain't gonna be like, oh, you know, he told me this and that. Then they get back to the wrong person. Now you picked up and talking about how, knowing damn well you told somebody.
Told.
And you told on yourself. You can't be mad. And that's the thing. People be like, the person snitched on me. You told on yourself. You gotta blame yourself for that situation.
So that snitching shit is like, it's a line, but it's
People put themselves in position for that. That's like you going to commit a crime right now, and you know it's a possibility somebody might die. Some people tell on themselves. Some people won't tell on themselves. But you don't know what the next man gonna do.
You damn right, and you can't control what the next man.
But you can control what you do.
Right.
So if you go do that dolo, only person you got to worry about is you.
That's it. And a lot of that's where everybody go wrong.
And a lot of people hang out with people that they know not built for that.
Or they can trick into.
Exactly. And then they wonder, oh, he told on me. Nah, you knew he wasn't built for that.
You should have never took him. Never.
Knew he wasn't supposed to be in that car. You knew that.
Lil Murden here giving y'all all the game. Soak it up. Lil Murden, new music is on the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming soon. Can you get the people? I know we talked about it a lot. I'm looking forward. We gotta have another conversation soon.
Yeah.
It gotta be soon. I know. Especially when the music drop, we're gonna have a lot more to get into. But talk about what they can expect from the next project. Maybe a visual coming out. Of course, you got the visual on the way. We got the exclusive. But what can they expect from this new Lil Murden?
This tape is way more gangster than the last tape.
You popping that shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Any features?
I wanted to do no features on this one.
You've done a feature. Shout out to Fetty P.
Yeah.
I know you had a feature with him. You pulled up and showed love to him. That's dope that you still interacting with the artists all throughout the Carolinas. But this straight Lil Murden on this one.
Straight Lil Murden. I just want to do no features on this one. I had on my first project, I had 21 Savage and Young Scooter.
Right. You got the 21 goddamn feature early.
Yeah.
Early.
But,
well, I'm looking forward to it. You got a name for it?
Cocaine Molly was on my
Cocaine Molly too?
Yeah, he was on my last tape.
You working.
And my boy Honcho, he was on there.
Honcho
Honcho Huntersville.
Okay.
He from the city.
That's dope. That's
me?
dope. You kept the tray in there.
That's my boy. You feel me? He want to do his thing, so I put them up there.
That's how you supposed to do it. Like you said, you trying to put people on to do what they want to do. So that's the way to do it. Lil Murden, let the people know where they can find you. Let them know where they can holler at you if they want to reach out.
Lil Murden on Instagram. Lil Murden everywhere. That's where you'll find me at.
And it's Murden, and that's his
Murden.
real name. It ain't
that's
no
my real name.
You can look him up. Murden, Lil Murden.
Yep.
There it is, man. We appreciate you for spending some time with us. Want to give a huge shout out to Creative Eye Visuals, Teezy LaFleur, Teezy Da Vinci behind the scenes, behind the camera. Want to give a shout out to Power 104 for housing the interview as well. Make sure y'all give us a follow at This, That, and the Third interview series for more interviews and clips. Make sure y'all give me a follow at Stephen the Dream. That's STEPHEN THA Dream. I am the voice of the Carolinas. This is This, That, and the Third interview series. And we'll see y'all next time.